Am I really? I wonder how long I've been muted. What's up, Glitch? How you doing, dude? I'll be just about par for the course for me to sit here for how long? 20 minutes? Mostly talking to myself and totally muted. Old man in effect. I see that CIG is trying to do new stuff over there to get people excited about continuing to be a backer. The new gold armor for Concierge got me a little confused. I'm surprised that they're essentially putting, admittedly, not a lot of work. I'm sure it didn't take a lot of time to modify that set of armor with essentially textures. Though it still is any many hours at all that they're putting into something that essentially nets them nothing except appreciation. Which, so I want to be happy about that, but I just don't know how I feel about it. Where is it? I saw the shockwave, but I didn't see the plume. Oh, there it is. I'm not totally empty, but let's go see if we can try and grab some of this spice. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have mixed feelings about it. That's awfully close. Oh, I was gonna say I don't have my compactor. Bruh, why is the worm all worked up like instantly? That's not cool. He's going the other way. All right, enjoy some food. I'm glad you're dropping by. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Did continue to blow by pretty good. We're gonna risk a little bit more. Shit. Come on, get in the frickin' thopter. It's interesting to me how he knows exactly where I am, well, even while I'm in the air. Boy, he's definitely aggro. He clearly hasn't eaten anybody in a while. He's loitering too much right now. You know what? Let's just head to my my base and do the thing. We'll come back in a minute and see if it's not already scooped up. We'll see if we can grab some more. I feel like he's lurking shallow because his worm sign ended pretty much right there at the edge, and that's way too close for me to feel comfortable about the whole trying to drop in and grab some more. We're going to give him a minute to get bored and wander or whatever. We'll fill these leader johns up and go back. Get some 60-something thousand milliliters of water out of here. Click, 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 click. This needs a QOL improvement desperately. It's way too much clicking. Still have a couple of small ones. Nope, I guess we filled the small ones. Alright. There we go. We got almost half of it. Let's do this. Ornithopter. We'll leave one in the ornithopter for the quick deposit. We'll check on that spice field again real quick. I don't know how long it takes for the worm to get bored and wander off, but we're gonna hope that he's wandered off at least a little bit. That looks like is that wander dust, or is that just, that's just the usual? Yes. Oh, there he is. Look at him. It looks like he's circling, just waiting. All right, he's a little ways off. We're going to go ahead and try and grab some. You see him again? It's like he's right under me. Obviously it's coded so that it knows where you are, right? Even if you're out of reach. But see, now he's just stopped again right there. really want to go grab them other 2 piles of spice sand and come back some more, but I know if I drop, he's just going to be right there and I'll get munched. All right, I tell you what, let's go, let's move back on towards our move. We know where that spice field is if we want to try and hit it again. It's not worth trying to grab those other 2 piles that I've already compacted, which those do disappear over time. They won't sit there forever. At least that's been my experience. All right. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, there it is. Backpack, no, buggy. Put it in the buggy. You know what? These are full. May as well put them in the buggy as well. At least until I decide exactly what I'm doing here. Okay. What's empty here? Sounds like a ship got shot down. Yep, there it is. Why are you zooming that way? Oh, I fell off the platform. Good job. That was awesome there, dude. Good job. Sadly, especially the shipwrecks in this particular area have been a total waste of time for me to try and hit. I get there, like immediately, I grab all 3 of the panels and look, and I get shit. Every once in a while, I'll get something that's essentially the same thing that I get from that little box that's there by the dagger. So, even though part of me really wants to go hit that, I am not going to do it because I don't feel like it's a waste. I don't feel like it's worth my time. All right, this one is empty, so let's dismantle this one. Full. Almost empty. Full. Can we drink? Empty that one? No? Well, crap. It's only 292 milliliters. It's not a lot. I hate to waste any of it. Where's the little ones? I put little drinking fountains in a couple of convenient spots. Right, this one is empty. These are my original water reservoirs. Let's move this. There's a whole thing with it being difficult to interact with, although I guess if I just frickin' move them, huh? Empty, 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 empty. All right. Okay. Inventory's pretty full already. Stop that. Why did I not put that into the... Confused why that didn't get moved into the buggy. Just botched it, I guess. All right. Part of what I'm thinking about here is rebuilding the infrastructure that I'm stripping out in the Jasmium base. All right, so we are going to need some stone. So let's make sure we clean some of this out. Okay, this garage stuff can really all go. I stowed the other bike, right? Let's move this. All right. Okay. I don't know. Interact with the box there, dude. Ornithopter. I don't know what kind of self-service. I'm a little bit afraid where this is going. What's up, Scotty? Virgin Mobile, oh god. Of course! How did I not see that coming? Although somewhere in the back of my head I'm hearing allegedly. Alright, is that it? Looks like that's the whole garage. The whole garage is gone. Alright. Okay, boop, boop. Ornithopter. Boop, boop. Okay, that's almost all of the space for the single stacks. Let's see. We cleaned out as much of the water as we could. Let's do this. No, 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 no. We're not trying to build. Got to bully Mektor into streaming again. You're definitely ready for some Mektor streams, huh? Okay, let's do this here. Alright. Okay, we're really gonna need to get some of these jennies. Store. What do I have going on? Hello, can I interact, please? Storage. No, that's not really gonna work, though. Okay, tell you what, let's do this. Backpack. Uh-oh, what am I full of? Storage. Shit. Backpack. All right. Damn it, I keep overflowing with the steel. Really? Oh man, come on. Doesn't the Ornithopter have? Yeah, there we go. That's what we should be doing with that buggy. Ornithopter. Oh, no, can't do that. Backpack. Nope. Backpack. Hey, what's up, Super? It's a survival game, yep. Well, I mean, you know. It's definitely a perpetual MMO problem. The whole, trying to manage... No, clicking the wrong shit. Alright. Stop thirsting to death here. That we've got an abundance of water at the moment. I'm just trying to figure out how to get everything that I want out of this base. Okay. Now, the buggy's full of shit and the Ornithopter's full of shit. Some of this I definitely want to move to the other base, though. All of this stuff. Okay, Ornithopters. Oh yeah, but I've only got a little bit of overhead there. All right. Hey, how you doing, Grim? Good to see you, man. Okay, all right. We're gonna have to do some back and forth, so let's just do it, I guess. Let's head over to the Jasmium base. Get those resources dropped off, although I don't think I have enough to even unload all the water, but I didn't bring all the leader johns anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It would be nice to have like some kind of option. Like somebody was saying the other day, what would just be cool is when you've got the carryall, the dragon carryall or whatever, if you could just pick up a gigantic container instead of the spice harvester, right? That would work great. I mean, I don't even know what would be a realistic. I didn't put my rad suit on. I guess we're going to see how bad it is as we try and get in here. But you know, you just load that thing up. I think that would actually work really well. Not to mention it would give people, man, I don't know, that's ticking pretty quick, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know that this is a good idea. I think we're gonna go around. It would give people like me who really aren't going to be hitting any of the giant spice blows in the deep desert a reason to look at this freaking skyscraper builds. There can't be hardly nothing in that, though. There's another shipwreck. Although that one may be gonna at least land in Sheol. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. All right. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. It's lotting out and then reappearing. There we go. I have a little bit of room. If it's not in the radiation, although I see the worm is already out here. I'm not gonna lie, this actually feels a lot like a disaster waiting to happen, and I'm asking for it. Come on. Did I get it all? No. Good God, the particle effects are just filling my screen. I got some spice, I won't complain about that. Or some spice sand. Alright. We're gonna fly around. Although I have the sneaking suspicion we still have a whole fuel cell, even though it's a small one. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. You know, the funny thing is there's a lot of similar feeling stuff that could happen in Star Citizen that would be really awesome. Right? We just need them to make some freaking content and connect the systems there so it feels like a dang game. Because the general vibe that we have for some of this stuff in Dune, that's really small scale, right? Those ship crashes, that's really small scale stuff, but it's very cool. Good God, Ginger, she's like, it's the end of the world for sure. We just need, if they actually had some random dynamic events. Yeah, Dune is too small. I am curious, how big are we going to see the maps get added for DLC? I'm hoping they're significant, right? Like at least Haga Basin size when we get there. Well, that's not mine. I didn't build a thing yet. I'm like, wait a minute. That's wishful thinking. That's not mine. All right. Softer. Boop. 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 Let's see. Can I build any storage yet? Water storage. Nope, not quite enough to do that, but we can start. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's easy to be. I'm trying not to Star Citizen vibe it, right? That's where I'm at, Super. I'm gonna just hope. I'm just gonna hope. But I did not play Conan Exiles either, so I don't know what kind of precedents have been set in their similar games. It may be that I am genuinely hoping for too much. But it would be nice to see plenty versus not nearly enough. Right. I must have yeah. We did empty the Orny, right? Yeah. Can I build? No. Okay, because all that stuff I left in the buggy. I took the rad suits to my main base, though. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Although it's not horribly far out of the way to go around. Oh, It's like right there. I don't have my rad suit though. There's no way I can try and grab spice in the radiation zone. I do love the look of the freaking spice blows though. This shit looks cool. Funcom is kind of like Bethesda, lots of fancy words and bragging about content, but in reality feels short in tech and gameplay. Dune is the best they've done, so there's slight hope. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hope. Really am. They've done really well so far. Okay, I'm glad. I was beginning to think, oh well, you thought you were gonna skim that rad zone, and instead you're gonna die. The hell am I? Oh, I'm around the corner. Hey, what's up, dude? I want to be able to land my thopter right here. I just... God, it kicked me out. I just want to be able to land right there and ride. Yeah, same. I've definitely put some time into it. Oh, would it cost you $0? Yeah, nice. Done better than most early access games, yeah. Yeah, I'm totally happy with it, right? I mean, I've spent... Wait, hold on, where's my Steam? I mean, I've spent 530 hours in it since launch, right? So clearly, either I'm absolutely insane or I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it could be a little bit of both, truth be told, but... All right, yeah, I know, right? Sometimes I feel a little bit bad about it. It's like I'm working it like a full-time job. But I enjoy it. The building is just so much fun. Why did you do that? Buggy. Five weeks. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It launched on the, well, early access was the 5th. Right? June 5th. So, yeah, it's been going on 5, going on 6 weeks now. Hey, what's up, Hop Kebab? I need this stuff. What can I actually carry in the Orny? Let's see, we need the parts and the steel. We may as well take the lube. And can we carry these leader johns? No, we cannot. I don't really have anything to use the water for in that base yet anyway. All right, let's see. We do need to disassemble some stuff still, though. These wind traps should be empty. All right, the filters should be consumed. Yeah. All right, so we can dismantle those. How much inventory space do we have, though? Shit. Where's that box? And I think it's fair to assume that in some cases, though, I have logged a menu and it's just sat there. So some of that's not me actually playing. I couldn't have accumulated quite that many hours. So I'll have to say that has to be the case. At least that's my story. All right, those are empty. That's my main. I don't want to forget to take that one with. This is actually trash to be dismantled. Okay. Does this game have any open world PvE events that you do with randos on the server? You know, not really. I mean, yeah, I'm decommissioning this base. My main base is going to be up in the Water Valley now. Yeah, there's testing stations and all that, but they're just public. They're not even instanced, right? So you could go do it as a group of 4 guys. You can party up at 4, and if it's in a PvE test station in the Haga Basin, then it doesn't even matter if you're partied. But the thing is that it doesn't scale in any way. You could try and do group stuff, but it's not super friendly for it. It's a small party duo kind of game. And then when you get to the more of the actual end game content, even the PvE testing stations in the deep deserts, it's not super PvE friendly. Honestly, I do think it needs more good group PvE content. I think that is a shortfall in the game. I forgot what I was doing. Old man is see now. That's probably going to be enough to kick me over, isn't it? Storage, doop. Oh, shit. There's hardly no storage at all in these things. All right. Let's do this. Here's the trick right here. It's hard to see because of the lighting. Now, I saw a Reddit post that said they actually fixed this so that you can't do it anymore. That you have to actually build the stuff and then dismantle the pieces and replace them with ghost pieces. But it's essentially, you know, I put I planned some columns, some corner columns, and then roof to support it. And then it let me actually plan and then place the pentashields, right? So you don't see them when they're gone, and they're not really there, so they don't get in the way. But yeah, I saw a Reddit post, so I'll have to try it. We'll try it in a minute here and see if they actually fixed it. Because it may be a little more work than it used to be, but you should still be able to do it. All right. That was all I was using to make those, right? Yeah, calibrated servox, silicone, and steel. All right. Ornithopter is full. You got room for the steel, but you don't have room for the silicone. All right, so we'll do that. All right, let's see. But you can actually do it with a whole box except the floor. Didn't overflow yet. I mean, I guess in theory, I don't know if you might even be able to do a whole box with the floor. Not that it would do you any good, because you can't stand on a pentashield if you have access to it. But I guess you'd have to have something in place for structure, although I'm not actually sure, because of the way that the blueprint holograms work. Is this one empty? No. Alright. Tell you what, let's move all these down here. I guess we'll leave the big ones for when we move the rest of this stuff. Dude, quit doing that. All right. Don't need this extra long hangar space anymore, so let's see what's the deal with this here. All right. We are relatively empty. Demolish. Alright. Tonight you're catching up on Dune after some catch up on sleep. Well, you know, this is the right priority at least, right? You definitely want to catch up on sleep first. Fixing to get full again. Okay, let's see, we'll just do it with the corner here. Well, I'm gonna take this corner off and see if I can still do the pretend walls to make the what am I doing? Structural corner. All right. So what we do is we pop a corner pillar, and then we need to pretend to build a roof that we can connect to. And then, let's see, we need, well, I guess it doesn't matter because we're just going to see if it works. Utilities. No, it still works. You can still do it. So that's pretty much how you do it right there. Yeah, it's the unbuilt roof, but you just have to connect it to something. And you can do that corner with the 3 roof tiles on all 4 corners. It's just that you do have to have the extra tile space around your pentashield area to be able to, do the thing. Do the thing, man. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Thank you. It's very strange. Oh, I need one more roof tile. It does some very weird stuff sometimes where it gets, because it started to snap before and then decided not to. There. I think the whole pentashield thing is very weird. Very weird. All right. Let's see. What do we have in general? We got plenty of power. We could dismantle all of these and empty the fuel cells. But we have room for. We're running out of room. Did I clear them steps or not? No. Okay. All right. I think we've actually deleted almost all of the... Oh no, we didn't delete the porch out front yet. All right. Granite, that'll overflow me. All right. This is empty now, isn't it? Oh shit! No, it's not. Ornithopter. Nope, you don't have room for that anymore. All right, buggy it is. Okay. Don't really need the plastone here, so we'll put that in the buggy. We'll take that steel though, if we can get that into the Orny. No, not all of it. All right, well, that's a pretty good chunk. Buggy, boop. All right, all that's left is really the physical build and the generators and the water tanks. I still need to drain the rest of that water. A buggy compactor tool and a buggy water gatherer. Yeah, it totally would be very useful. Shit, we're gonna overflow again. Water pods and the Scoutopter. Yeah, it would be nice. Even, yeah, like you said, if we could just carry something and equip it and fill it with water to put it in the inventory or something. But yeah, that would be great. Yeah, in place of the inventory module, a couple of big water tanks. Same thing on the assault would be great. They're not, and frankly, give me a water tank for the buggy too, right? Replace the inventory module, put a tank on there. All of that would be super useful. Moving water is actually one of the most challenging things to do, I think. Because you can only carry so many liter johns, and then doing it is a giant chore anyway with all that click, 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 click. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill my mouse. Okay, let's see. This whole thing's extra. Back to work. All right. Thanks for dropping by, man. Don't work too hard. What is that? Must have been an accidental click. I actually totally expected that to overfill me. All right. Oh, nice jank. Okay, this is actually sort of kind of where my base started. As far as how it was built, the ramps are a little bit different. This door wasn't there, and it wasn't with this build set. It was built with the basic set. But we're actually at the point where my base was when it was still free. I say free, you know, the basic 5. Except that crap there is obviously extra. But it worked pretty well for me. Up till the point I got too big and it just didn't work anymore. Alright, I think the Thopter is full, so let's get the rest of... Did that. I'll take that stone, steel. Eventually aluminum might be a thing on the Jasmine base. I don't actually remember. I definitely can use all of that plastone at the main base though. Alright, let's get this other stuff back to... Where did I leave the... Yeah, the Decaleader Johns. Are they at the on the roof? Feels a bit limited with only 3 Thopter sizes in gameplay. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we don't have proper carryalls or proper harvesters. I'd be curious to see if they're gonna go with another step up. I don't know. I'm kind of curious, are they planning on doing, you know, tier 7 and tier 8 later, or is that one step too far? Are they just going to do parallel stuff, right? Like you have Dune tier 6, maybe tier 5 and tier 6 components, and then you'll have different components in another DLC area, like, you know, Dune Arctic or Giddy Prime or Caladan or... Some stuff should probably be the same, you know, iron and granite, whatever. But when it comes to some of the other stuff, I do wonder. Hey, Loki, what are you doing? Loki's telling me somebody's at the door. I guess let me check. Hold on one sec, y'all. Not sure what he was chopping at. The only thing I saw was a wasp. There was a wasp inside that needed to go outside, but other than that, I'm not really sure why he was chopping. Anything bigger than current carrier would make sense be require much bigger map. Yeah, I agree with that too. So, I don't know. I'm curious to see where things go. Alright. Wrong button. I mean, some people have already gotten to that point, but I know that I will be at a point where I'll be like, okay, I've got my big base built and I have all of the resources and machinery that I need to do whatever I want. I'll have probably some tier 6 gear at some point, but mostly it'll just be the highest level tier 5 stuff that I can make without, because I mean, you know, this is mostly a solo effort on this server. And I'll be like, okay, now I'm ready for some new DLC, and then I'll just log in long enough to maintain and make sure that there's fuel and taxes are paid and that kind of thing. And we'll see where things go after that. But I am really enjoying the game quite a lot. They've done something right here. Yeah. Arguably, it's not flawless. You'll see me mention the jank and the weirdness on the regular, but I think they're working on that stuff, so that's ridiculous. I know I'm being judgmental, but it's just like, really? That's just dumb. To each your own, to each their own, I guess. That's what you get when you have open build games, right? But, you know, whatever. There are those moments where you see just the ugliest eyesore ever, and you go, you know, I really wish it was full PvP so I could just destroy that. Undersupplied, such functional sci-fi. Yeah, I agree that is some of it. Hey, what's up, Shadow Wolf? How you doing, dude? It's a good thing that there's no lasting effects of radiation in the game. Me too. Me too. Sniper and sword. I mean, I think you're using the rapier, and there's a lot of people that say rapier is the way to go, but I really like my sword. Yep. Sniper, sword. Fantastic. Love it. Yeah, every once in a while I use the turret as my middle ability. And the turret is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. All right. You know what? I guess I could put the metal in the metal box. Let's do that. Ornithopter. Ornithopter. Boop, boop. All right. Shoot from as far as possible. If they get close, run with the turret drop. Hey, whatever works, man. Whatever works. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Center column. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to play the game this time. Because of the pipe location. I don't think I'm going to be able to build out. Can I do it some other way? Maybe with walls? I don't think so. I think I have to have roofs. How can I be out of granite? What? Oh, because, all right, I see. It does depend on where you're looking. All right. Yep, I can't do that. Yeah. All right, I'll check it. What? All right, well, all right, I'll plan on doing something about that shortly then. Okay, all right, so we're gonna have to actually build real walls for the thopter pad, which is fine. Okay. I could probably reposition the feet, but I just don't really want to work that hard at it. Fall inside. Let's see. Here. Aren't you letting me do the thing? Are you? Okay. You are just making it really hard to see. Oh. Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really weird. It is actually doing some strange stuff. All right. We don't have enough power. And you know, I should have left room for the wind gens. You can put the spaceport out here, right? Let's do that. Pay attention, old man. Oops. Bro. Just place it. Shit. Cooperate. Joke about the mechanic. Wasn't long ago you found that you moved stuff from vehicles to containers without carrying it yourself. Yeah, which is a super useful functionality. It definitely gets to be. I use my buggy all the time. It'll be parked in my base. It'll be moving from one container to another, swapping from buggy to container. How do you know that if a mechanic has a girlfriend? What am I doing? Utilities, power. Oh God, dude, that's terrible. Terrible. That was all I had. Really? Do I not still have? What am I shy of? Oh, cobalt paste. Yeah, of course, because I think it's all in the buggy. All right. Did that got my power going though, right? Where's my? Yes. Okay. Build a wonderful base, fill it with all kinds of stuff. A vehicle you can't store in a tool. Oh, and be sure to log in at least once every 2 weeks for maintenance or it's all gone. Yeah, that's true. You can store some stuff permanently without maintaining a base, right? It's just not much. You could dismantle your buggy if you wanted and put it in inventory and take it to the city and store it in your base. But I think we only get like 1,500 volume and 30 slots or something like that. It doesn't amount to a lot. So yeah, it is a fairly aggressive attempt at player retention. All right, I emptied the Thopter, right? That's not the button you wanted to push. All right, Thopter's empty. All right. I didn't make a garage. And I don't know if I have room for one either. Let's see. Because that's the other thing is I want to put the buggy here. Okay, so there must be room. Yeah, I should be able to do that, right? Do walls. And shit, that's not tall enough. You're not thinking. You got to make it too tall. Two things tall. Either that or I got to park on the ground, which I guess I could do. It's pretty flat here. I doing? Shit, I don't know what the hell. There might be something on the floor there. What am I trying to do? Come on. Thank you. I'll wind up rebuilding this whole base. Oh God, please, dude. Come on. I'll wind up redoing the whole thing at some point here. I was curious about this. Shit. You know what the problem is going to be? It's not going to let me... Yep, I didn't think of that. It's not going to let me make the shield to the bottom corner of the wall because it's in the ground. Can't tell if it's doing it at all. Can I please? Bruh. Did it let me do it? Oh shit, it let me do it. Alright, good deal. Alright, that'll work. And I wondered, can I place a penny shield inside this? Looks like the answer's... Wait a minute. Let's let me do it there. Did it put it? It did. Can't tell what it's doing. That's in the right place. Put it where I want it. Oh, there it was for a second. Come on, do the thing. Come on. Oh shit, we're out of cobalt paste again. Nah. Bummer. Alright, well, you know, whatever. We'll just put the doors in for now. Walls. Part of my problem there is that we just don't have real doors for the observer set. It kind of bothers me that we don't. All right, so I should be able to park the buggy in here, even though it's on the sand, it won't matter. I need to check and see, is there anything on the floor there? I don't think there can be that deep. All right. No. That's a okay. Yeah, we can do that then. Why can't I not? It's because of that wall, right? And because of that wall. Okay. Let's see. These are all the pieces, parts. stone. You don't live there, though. You live there. Okay. All right, that's settled for now. At least that gets me where I need stuff to be. I have a place to put the buggy. We did empty the thopter. Refuel. Oh, need some water. Because my water discipline is lax. And you know, at some point I'll wind up tearing this whole thing down because it's a little bit of an eyesore. But I didn't really have a plan except that I wanted to use those windows when we got them from the Twitch drops. All right. Okay, so we should be just about ready to make a buggy run back to the water valley. And I think one more stop and we'll be ready to tear down the iron base completely. And if I have all of the materials I think I have, I should be pretty close to ready to make my Mark V buggy, and then I can disassemble the Mark V and carry it with the assault thopter out here and put it back together and park it in that garage so that I can make some buggy runs for Jasmium on the islands. I got sidetracked. I don't see that spice blow. Which makes me think somebody either cleaned it up or the worm got it. $30 slots, 1,500 volume in bank, not enough at all. But you can store some there. Rest in your character. Sell at anything, yeah. I mean, you know, it would definitely be possible to store enough to get started again when a DLC hits. That said, the amount of time that's in, I mean, you know, especially if you knew you were going to be gone for a while, spice blow. It wouldn't be too tough to prep for being offline for a while, and then just make sure that you're, I mean, you know, you put enough fuel in there and it'll hold for 20 days in your tanks, and you could just park your character in either Arrakis or Hucko Village to pay your taxes every week. It would be minimal effort to stay active for a month, I think. What a terrible place for a spice blow, man. Totally gonna get yeeted by the chome troopers, right? Oh, it's not quite touching. Not quite touching the spice field. I keep waiting for it to jet right back and land on top of it. And another one. I'm not sure what to think about any of that. Somebody else probably woke that one up. That's the one that almost always pops up as you cross into the South Basin. Really pissed him off. I'm concerned about this one, about Growler or whatever here, because he's the one that gets really, really snotty. And I didn't see him go away, right? He ran right up to the rock basin. I don't think the one in the other zone comes far enough. Although that must be... Shit, now I'm not sure of anything. Because that one sure looked like it came from that direction. But it's got to be the border of the zone, right? Oh, okay. Maybe this is what we're dealing with. One from over here and one from over here. That kind of makes me wonder if I'm safe from that one, because it's a zone change. I'm still concerned that I haven't seen any action there. I feel like I'm being greedy at this point. No, dude. No, I don't feel safe. We're gonna take off for a second. I'll let the chome ship pass by. It is actually really surprising to me that the spotlight just happens to miss that spice blow spot. Oh no, it brushed over it this time. Definitely would have got me. Okay. Did look like it did that the first time. I think they sweep the same areas, but I guess they don't sweep exactly the same with the spotlight, which I was actually really curious about. Why is my Thopter not on the ground? Having a Star Citizen moment. There's not really anything there. Alright, whatever. Let's get out of here. Good enough. hear him growling, but I don't see him. Oh, there's just storm going by. Yeah, that's not coming this way. Here I am flying over 750 meters trying to burn all my fuel. Oh, I got turned around again. I definitely had some choppy frame stuff going on there too. Kind of got confused because I shrunk my base. All right. Let's see. With Leader Johnson storage here, the buggy's not quite full, but it's pretty close. Could dismantle the rest of the shit. Wind turbines. The completion of that statement. Because I don't need them, right? I need 237 power to keep shields running, and there's 4 jennies. And that's slightly more than, well, that's almost 300. Yeah, 4 jennies is what, 300. Aren't there 4? 4. Now we're going to overflow on materials. Yep. I don't know why it does this. It shouldn't show me this line because there is no other line. More Dune drops? Really? Or did you not get the other observer pieces? Because we got some new observer pieces within the week. It's the windows and the corridor and the stairs. I actually really like the stairs. I'll tell you what, let's move these. Yeah. Yeah. We need doors. Oh shit. Because of the height of the generator. That's right. Alright. Well, crap. What? They're just tall enough that they won't fit from here? Doesn't seem right. Yeah, okay. Weird. I don't know what. It's got to be the Thopter in the way. It's also interesting to me that they're still turning. Because I would have thought this would have counted as interior space and they would not be generating power. But they are. That's interesting. It's got to be because of the penny shields, but I really didn't think that that would work. Yeah, but I thought that they still counted as interior space. I mean, you know, it's all good. It's just that's not how I thought that worked. All right. Oh, crap. That would let me drop some more generators, some more turbines at the other base. It's just, do I really need the power is what I'm wondering. All I'm really looking to do there is gather jasmium to transport to my big base. Right, so I don't really need a whole lot there except for room to keep the base powered, some water to make sure I don't die. It's not like I'm planning on taking the aluminum all the way there to convert it into, although it is 4 to 1, isn't it? It's 4 jasmium for 1 aluminum ingot. What? Huh? With your IEMs to use the DAC or without one? I do not know what you're saying. Now are you speaking English? You have lost me, sir. Oh, in-ear monitors. Do I use the DAC? I do not. Yeah, no, I don't really have anything adjusting the sound anymore. I used to use an equalizer back in the day to adjust things, but I really don't these days. I mean, to be honest, I get used to hearing these and everything sounds fine. And then I take them off and I put on a proper over-ear monitor and they sound way better, right? I just don't want to wear big, heavy cans while I'm on stream. I don't like it. I usually use my speakers. My old Klipsch 2.1s, I love them. They're freaking 15 years old now or whatever, but I love them. Although I did notice the other day some rattle when I was using the subwoofer. It might be the window though, not the speaker. These were in the neighborhood of 50. These are just the HyperX Cloud Buds. They were the same ones that at the time Darklaw was using and he liked them, so I gave him a shot. And the only complaint that I got about him is I've lost a couple of the little earbud pieces, the inner ear pieces, and they don't have a convenient way to just order and replace these. So the ones that I'm wearing are actually the medium ones, and I really need the large ones, and they sounded better when I played the large ones because they played snugger. So at some point I'm probably going to get some that do the over-ear clip, so that they've got something that can apply a little extra pressure, because then they sound better. But I like them a lot, and the battery life on them is excellent too. I have occasionally had them go dead on me, but it's usually when I've had them on for like 16 hours. I get 8 to 12 hours of playtime on these easy. I was actually surprised at how great the battery life was, and they're a year and a half old now. Maybe even 2 years. Shit, they might be almost 3 years old now that I think about it. It's been a while. Whenever I got the Toby, which I want to say was in 22. See, it's got to be closing on 3 if it's not 3. But yeah, I'm not using anything extra. I mean, I have a Go XLR for routing my sound, and I do have a very simple, I've got the basic voice meter But the only thing that it's doing is routing software from the Go XLR output all to my earphones so that I can switch between the earphones and the speakers. That's it. Because that was one of the things I thought was weird. There was no way for the Go XLR to route software through Windows. Dual dynamic drivers, yeah. I know there are better ones out there. And I do really enjoy decent sound. It's just that, like, if I'm not streaming, I play with my speakers. Right? If I'm going to be in Discord, then I'll use my earphones so that I'm not, broadcasting my speakers through my microphone, because this thing picks up pretty good. But so many pairs, yeah, I bet. All right, let's see. I don't think we have room to deal with the rest of all of this stuff. I could dismantle a few more things and store it in the box, but all right. I think what I'm trying to decide right now is, do I need to drop any more of this stuff off at the Jasmine base? You know what, I guess maybe I'll build one more. How much of that can I take? Not much. What does it cost to make the turbines? Calibrated servox 20, cobalt paste is 60, steel. Okay, so cobalt paste is the worst. You know what? How about we do this? Ornithopter. Doop doop. Doop doop. Doop doop doop. Alright. And then backpack. We can take 2 of those and add that water to that base. All right, and then buggy. We're still gonna have to make at least one more pass with the buggy. All right, we're gonna make one more trip back to the jazz base. Although, you know what I really should do before I take off again? I should make sure my wings aren't about to fall off. I'm usually very conscientious about repairing every flight, and I have not done it now after several round trips through the radiation zone. Although, to be honest, we are beginning to run out of wire as well. Well, I had no idea what you were talking about without context. I was like, huh? IEMs, DACs, what are we talking about? Digital audio controller in your inside ear monitor? I was like, yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about there, dude. It's all about context. Context is king. Yeah, I've got a normal set of headphones that are actually also connected, and to be honest, the audio sounds better on the over ears, right? It does. It sounds quite a lot better, but they're just not comfortable. And I mean, these, like I said, I get to playing after a while, and I don't even notice the shortcomings. But yeah, they get hot. Here I am, just flapping away, burning fuel. Yeah, I don't enjoy wearing them on stream. I mean, you know, I'll wear them for a while every once in a while, but There just cannot be a lot going on inside that base. It's not very thick. Although it's super tall. I guess he could get whatever he wanted in there. Angry worm is angry. Alrighty. Let's see. I guess I just no, because I got to get the stuff into the inventory here first before it counts as usable. Ornithopter. Ornithopter. Oop. I guess I had that here. Let's see, we need the right, the rest of it. That won't fit there. All right. There's another spice blow. All right. Look, it's radioactive goo. Okay. Not really sure why I put this all the way at the bottom. I guess because that's where the generators were. All right. 13 days of fuel. We really don't even need these anymore, I'm sure, which is probably a good thing because they're almost out of juice. I'll leave them down here until I don't have a... Yeah, all that was left was 6 fuel cells in one. But we got plenty of power coming off of the wind generators, the wind turbines. What's all this? This is stone. Stone. Some other assorted junk. And a build tool. All right. Do I have enough to make another? I do. Okay. And Ornithopter's empty now, so we'll deposit all the water. And that'll give us a nest egg to start with when we want it. I'm still up in the air about, do I want to carry aluminum here? I guess I could carry aluminum here. I'll just stockpile the jasmine here. And if I build 1 or 2 medium refineries, I could use them to convert the aluminum that I drop off in the jasmium to duraluminum and then pick that up later after it's done running. I just don't know. We'll see. I'm more inclined to just store the jasmium here and carry it back to my main base and do it there, but there may be an advantage to doing it this way. Because it is, I think, 4 jasmium or unit of ore per ingot to make the duraluminum. All right, we have used all of our fuel now. We should have fuel in the buggy. Of course, the Ornithopter's empty now, so I think what we'll do is we'll fly back to the Iron Base and... shit. I had that other bike in inventory, though. Didn't leave. Grr. I feel like I'm going to be off one extra loop. I guess I'll disassemble what I can, put it into the Ornithopter, fly the Ornithopter back, drop the buggy off, empty the Ornithopter inventory, come back here one more time so that I can get what else I can get in the buggy and into my inventory and then drive the buggy out. But that's going to require one more round trip. I know it. Maybe the last round trip I can do with the assault, because it's got more inventory than this thing. And then I'm gonna want to drop the buggy on the jasmium mine, although I don't actually know if I have enough of whatever to make the tier 5 buggy, so we'll check that next time we're at the big base. That was the wrong button. Wrong button. Pay attention, pilot. All right. Yep, we're out of fuel, and the buggy has only got one medium in there. Okay, so let's see. What's in this? Leader Johns. We've got a few that are empty. I guess let's get what we can get out of this. Can we empty the little ones? Almost, not quite, but we can get rid of these 4 at least. Alright, so that's the last of the water. That's empty. Although, either way I do it, I'm going to wind up wanting to do it the other way. Guess we'll leave that one be. Where's the other one? Do I have anything in now? Oh shit, that's not the last of the water. Crap. Crap. Alright, let's get the rest of this. Oh, wait. More Deciliter Jones? Backpack. Right. Wait a minute. Is that the kind of stuff that's in the buggy? No. Okay. So other than some pentashields, water tanks, generators, and boxes. We should do this the other way around. Just grab more. Right. Won't be able to empty that one. Not quite. Maybe? Nope, still not quite. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, Henrik. From Iceland. That one's not quite empty, but that one is. What am I doing? Okay. This doesn't really matter. These are small enough. That's not a problem. Okay. What's left in the buggy? Bunch of stuff. We're almost full on that too, though. And I do have I have a bike stored in the thing, right? Yes. All right. So we need to fly back. We'll come back in the assault and see if we can finish. Although, no, it actually doesn't make sense to come back in the assault. Because can't store the assault. I'd have to leave it parked. We'll just have to make one more round trip. Drive back in the buggy. Figure it out. Figure it out. Get this thing base decommissioned today, one way or another. God, my coffee cup's empty. Ah, tragedy. Jabal Afri El Janoub. No, that's wrong. I lost syllables on the way. Still need to get a proper hangar built. I need to get 2, actually, at least a landing pad for the scout. But I need a proper hangar, which is going to wind up right here. I just haven't built it yet. Although now I've got plenty of stone, plastone. So it's actually running out. It's all in the buggy though, so I got to get the buggy back to the base. And I can finish figuring out what the hell I'm doing with this base. No, let's see. Scout ornithopter. Nope. Copper. Irons. Because it's in the warning. Okay. It's only 2, but you may as well do it, right? All right. I think I'm full on water. Again, do I have enough materials to make another cistern? Looks like yes. Oh yeah, I can make a few. Because we're definitely wasting potential on the death stills right now. What are you doing? Quit being difficult. Just let me place the cisterns. How much extra room does that give me? 50. All right, so that gives me about 100k milliliters to work with. Get the death stills doing what they do. Keep forgetting I removed that other temporary staircase. I gotta get that hangar built. That Thopter definitely doesn't need to be where it is. Okay, death shells. Bruh. Oh, you're hitting the wrong buttons. Oh, shit. That's right, I forgot. Oh, crap. I added 100,000 and we're about to dump 60 something thousand back in. So I probably should have added 2 more cisterns. It's all good though. Here we go with the clicky, click, 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 click. We definitely need a deposit all. They said even if it's a click and hold thing so that it feeds, or ideally I'd just like to be able to go click and for it to continue to go, and then for me to be able to stop if I don't want to stop, if I don't want to keep standing there. All of this clicking for all these units of water is pretty insane. Yeah, we're definitely going to pop 2 more cisterns down there. I need to go ahead and get to where I'm at making the duraluminum so that I can go ahead and make some large cisterns, because it would make better use of the space down there. And they're like 100k water instead of 25. All right, so we got about 50k right now. We'll just go ahead and get these. Oh, I gotta get the leader Johns out of inventory first. Yeah, soon, hopefully. It will definitely be appreciated. I will say that, because it is just so much clicking. This valley of frickin' blossoms being the whole reason that I decided to place this base in the first place. As it is, I'm kind of overflowing with water. I need to get that duraluminum stuff going because I know it's going to drink it. Nope, that's not the right button. Hey, neighbor. Quit jiggling. That was the wrong button. Where'd the other guy go? Oh. Oh, you rat bastard. God damn it, that pisses me off. Oh, fuck. The jank is real. The desyncing. What the shit? Thank you. It can be so frustrating. Alright, you know what? We'll figure it out. That was the wrong button. Alright. So man, sometimes it really does feel that way, right? There are definitely moments it's like, you know, which member of the SIG team is actually over there at Funcom now? Hey, how you doing, Bear Paws? Good to see you. All right. Let's see. We need to recycle those boots. We probably need, nope, that's the wrong one. We probably need to repair our Yep, suspensor belt, welding torch, John, power pack. Let's see anything else that needs desperate attention. Okay, let's dump the stuff. Dump the ammo and the food. Welding wire, that's what we're out of. That's right. I don't want to forget. Oh, I've got 6 deciliter Johns that I use for moving water around. You actually probably just missed that as you came in. I was just moving 60,000 milliliters of water from my old base to this one. I'm trying to get moved away from the spot that I had next to the flower sand fields over in the gap. But I hate to just dump the base. I'm trying to extract everything out of it that I can. All right, let's put the extra wire down in the garage. Oh, figures. There was already some there, of course. Okay, so we need to make one more run back to the base. Yeah, it does, especially since it's a completely different engine, right? I know some of it is just the way stuff is done with coding, right? Like you see Z flutter in a lot of the 3D stuff, you know, a generation or two back, where you have the semi-transparent textures, and if one right in front of you overlaps one in the distance, sometimes they transpose because the engines just don't quite know how to sort them when they're viewed like that. And you would see that in various 3D rendering engines. So I know some of it is just that kind of thing, but there's other things that's just like, is this shit all copy pasted from the same source and nobody's actually gotten it right yet? It does feel exhausting at times. Oh, fuel. We might want to grab some fuel. We got a bunch of smalls, right? Let's go ahead and take those. I want to get those used up. Got a medium. Yep. No, we could probably take the partials first. We got a medium in the buggy, so it's not like we're in real danger of running out. Right. Yeah. One of the things that frustrates me the most about building in Dune is trying to use any of the special pieces, especially these, the big 4x3 or 5x3 gate pieces, both the Atreides and the Harkonnen pieces. They're a freaking nightmare to place. And people will say, well, if you do it this way or that way or the other, every time I try, it's a challenge. You got to go back and forth between, oh, I got to point up, no, I got to point down, and then you still got to be able to flip the thing, and it always wants to turn sideways, or it wants to move one box over to the left or the right, no matter what I'm trying to do. It's so frustrating. It's awful. That's the kind of thing that makes me go, wait a minute, what's wrong with the way this is set up? It's terrible. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I love the game, so it's kind of minor, I guess. It's just an annoyance while you're trying to do it.
Sector regulated. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Which way is it coming from? It's coming from the northwest. We might miss it altogether if we get the hell out of here. Typical Arkan clones. Yeah, see, that bothers me. Because it does, then it kind of feels like, oh, is this just something that everybody does wrong because everybody does it the same way? Because it's a copy-paste library from somebody that was created 10 years ago and nobody's bothered to figure out a better way to do it? Yeah, the old drones were cool, man. I'm beginning to think we'll never actually see all that stuff come back again in Star Citizen. I guess we're not gonna miss that storm. We'll probably get to our base and be able to land before. I guess we could get past it. It depends on its trajectory. Squeaky mic boom, sorry. There's the shield maiden pinging me. Same person moving between companies. That's the worst case scenario to me, is it's just the same guy. Bob's still making this functionality for everybody, so everybody does it the same. Shit. Where the hell am I? Bruh. Old man syndrome is real, let me tell you. And I pushed the wrong button on the land, of course. Of course I did. Looks like we did just miss that storm, though. So that's good. Probably a good thing that I missed it, because I was going to be right in it. Alright, so for now, you're empty. What do you mean it's not? What? Are you kidding me? Oh, crap. Well, shit. How did I not empty that shit out of the... God, dang it. That's going to be too much stuff, isn't it? Maybe it'll all fit. All right. Like I said, old man syndrome is real. I should have brought the leader Johns back to empty the frickin' canisters. My poor brain just doesn't work right anymore. All right, whatever. Let's see. We're gonna take what we can get that's in the buggy. Do I have anything left in here? It's empty. We'll have to make... I know I'll have to make at least one more run with the buggy anyway, so... I should have emptied this canister first so that I could dismantle it. Buggy's mostly full, so it's not like it's a wasted trip. Let's get back home and unload it. I actually meant to check status on Duraluminum too to see if I was ready to make the Mark V buggy and forgot. That's right, that's it. I'm just prolonging gameplay. It doesn't bother me that much, right? I actually kind of like doing the logistics stuff. I like that the travel is meaningful too, right? But it's not so burdensome and empty like quantum travel in Star Citizen, where it just feels like it's just a time sink. It may as well be a loading bar. I mean, at least this, I have to plan my route. I have to drive, I have to steer, I have to avoid drum sand and the worm and quicksand. or when I'm flying, I have to make sure I don't run out of fuel, etc., etc. That, and I've really gotten to know the route. Oh, am I going the right way here? I think I am. I definitely don't want to drive into the quicksand now. I hear you, worm. I hear you. Look at him. He's like, I knew you were right there. I want to get you. I do sometimes feel like the game is coded to have the worm travel in your general direction, even if you're not anywhere near where it should be getting you, just so that you see the worm more. I miss the scale in SC2. I do. I just wish that... I'm hoping Quantum Boost alleviates some of it, right? It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't change things when it comes to long distance travel, like planet to planet and all of that. But I think it will as you're going around planets. So I hope that feels better. But we also need more stuff to do, right? Some engineering work, some repair work, like you're saying. We need to be able to, I think, have some kind of data transmission, exploration, way to maximize our travel so that maybe the quantum travel time goes a little bit quicker if we play the mini game right. Something, I think, would benefit that gameplay in Star Citizen. I need a tank to blow this guy's base right off this bridge. It wouldn't be bad if he just didn't have the penny shields, right? Then I could just drive through. I guess I should feel lucky that he didn't block this lip, right? An asshat. I was going to miss the turn. I usually go around the other way. And that's the turn, right? Yes. All right. It's probably quicker for me to go the other way because I know it better, but I wanted to see. And yeah, right, it's that urge to explore. It's the heading towards the next horizon thing. Yeah, some kind of something dynamic that changes. I mean, even shipwrecks. Right? Ship crashes. There's definitely stuff that the CIG could add that would make it feel more dynamic and interesting. Oh my goodness, what is with this framey janky? It's like all of a sudden everything just got really herky-jerky. Why are you being difficult? Just do the thing. You can't interact, you can't use the tool through the pentashield. Even if you're not actually through the pentashield, it blocks you, which is kind of annoying. All right. Okie dokie. possible loot, etc. Tear apart from mats, yeah. Components. And I mean, you know, imagine if you actually had a quest system, right? Imagine if CIG actually had a quest system where you might discover a shipwreck and there might be some kind of documents or data log in there that points you towards some kind of story arc, right? Even if it's just dynamically generated, it's like, you know, go find this to go here and collect that and deliver it to Bob, right? I mean, there's all kinds of shit that they could do that could make it feel alive. And so far, they've done very little. We have a couple of canned, not dynamic events, right? I'm glad they're adding content to the game. They need to continue to add content to the game. I'm sorry, we're off on a sidebar talking about Star Citizen, in case anybody's concerned or frustrated or wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. We're not talking about Dune right now. It's just, man, you know. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Dune does need to be bigger because of that, because it definitely gives me that urge. I have talked about it before. The very first game that I had that experience with was Tank Battle. Tank Battle? No, Battlezone, right? Playing the arcade. It was a vector graphics game where you drove a tank around. You had 2 joysticks to drive with and a trigger to shoot, right? And in the background was this mountain range, which was, you could never get there. But you could drive the tank in that direction. And I always thought, man, how cool would it be to be able to actually drive to the mountain range and find the enemy base and blow it up instead of me dealing with all these individual tanks or whatever, you know? That was the first time I had that urge. And we can definitely get a lot of that out of these games, Dune, Star Citizen, whatever, but there has to be enough stuff to do on the way for it to stay interesting, which is the problem with Star Citizen, is that you can go very far, but there's a lot of empty space that's just nothing to do. And Dune is kind of the opposite, right? It's like there's plenty to do. You can get sidetracked with gathering resource nodes and killing NPCs and finding intel, etc., 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 but you're going to get to the edge of the map. It's definitely, you know, it's small. It's not tiny, but it's small. It's limited. I guess I would kind of rather be in that scenario where, you know, there's plenty to do, even though you run out of, that's actually not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Rather feel like the map is too small, because there's plenty of stuff that makes me scratch the exploration itch, versus, you know, being in a bunch of empty space with nothing to do gets to be very tiresome, but it all is what it is. And, you know, this display bug, this just makes me think of the Star Citizen inventory thing where you highlight stuff on your character and then the glow just sticks. I hate that. I hate that so much. I can probably get it to go away by actually pointing the repair tool at the buggy and then pointing it away and then putting it away, and yeah, now it's gone. I do feel like it's a workaround citizen moment. All right, we need to store the other building shit. Buggy. Aluminum. In a chemical bucket. Let's see. That's another medium. Do I already have? Oh, shit, I do. I have a bunch of. All right, let's do this. Crap. Clearly, I need to go ahead and fill all of my wind jennies, because that's an awful lot of lubricant. Okay, silicon. Nope, that's small. Small. Let's see, medium. Small. Okay, well, this is here, and then spice stuff lives here. That's true. I mean, it is an illusion, but it's a pretty good one up until you consume it all, right? Which I'm actually getting there too, right? I've got most of the intel. There's a few places that I don't have intel, right? And I'm on the last handful of journey contracts too, right? This will probably be the last one I have again, where I need to make a Mark 6 cutter turn in so that I can eventually get the las gun. But you know, this is near the end of the water shipper quest line, I think, is what this is part of. This is the last one for the Mentat. This is just a regular contract to go there. Red Scorpion that's the end of one of the longer contracts, right? I am getting to the point where the only thing that's left to do is the weekly content in the deep desert, at least until we get a DLC. But I'm okay with that, because that's what I expected out of the game. But you're not wrong when you say it's an illusion, because it is. I mean, there's only so much to do. Did I empty the buggy? No. That's what you did wrong. Buggy. Spice sand. Comparing with RDR2, again, the location is the same. Most of the NPCs be in the same general area shops, but they have a life and go to bed and so on. Yes, there's tons of random. Yes, I agree. I do totally agree. I would love to see more of that kind of stuff in MMO type games in general. I completely agree. Rockstar did a fabulous job with that. As a matter of fact, I had an itch just recently to hop on our Red Dead again, because I've not actually finished playing through the single player game, but it's like, again, the thing that bothers me the most about Red Dead Online, which is where I'd be more inclined to spend time, is that Rockstar doesn't seem to be as interested as I really feel like they ought to be about making sure that people are not cheating. And it is I mean, you know, in its own way, it's a small environment too. It is more dynamic though. It is incredibly immersive as you're riding the horse and doing your stuff and playing cowboy. I did really enjoy it. But that dynamism, CIG needs to play some more Red Dead though, and stop using the word dynamic, or sandbox for that matter, until they understand what that means more. And it isn't just CIG. I was a little disappointed. There's a streamer that I enjoy who's one of the more positive ones that talks about this, that, and the other, and he was talking about how some of this stuff that was just a PvP hotspot for a while, it's now calmed down and you can actually do the content. But moreover, you don't even have to do the content. You can just go to the location and do your sandbox thing. And while that's true, I hate that people throw around the word sandbox the way that they do, because Star Citizen so far is absolutely not a sandbox. It just isn't. It is a bunch of disparate, disconnected locations where, yes, you can do what you want to do, but it doesn't really have any impact on anything anywhere, except for in that moment while you're there with whoever you're there with, interacting with them. And to me, that's kind of a key feature of a sandbox, is that you can do whatever you want, but you can use it as tools to create something that has some kind of echo beyond, yeah, that was a really cool experience. Me and Bob and Jill had such a good time doing blah, blah, blah there. So I don't know, I'm kind of, I expect a little bit more out of my sandbox activities than they're delivering us so far. Okay, I didn't finish getting down there to offload the stone, the plastone, which I think I was putting in here with the stone. Yeah. All right. So that gives us plenty of that to use. That's what, 5,000 something. That'll give us a good chunk again. Okay, so the buggy's empty to go back and try and empty out that location again. Can we actually finish emptying it? I think so. I have to refill my coffee cup. Part of me is like, this is probably actually a good place to stop. There's some stuff I should take care of here in the real world. So maybe I'll do that, because all I'm really looking to do is head back to the base one more time before I dismantle it. But the Shield Maiden was pinging me about some stuff that we should probably take care of, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. Got a lot done, and it was mostly logistics, which doesn't really bother me, but we did get the Jasmine base stocked up with water and some components for making stuff. I probably will go ahead and build some of these little beasties, medium ore refineries, so that I can just carry finished aluminum there and convert it to duraluminum and then fly it back. That'll probably be less volume to transfer that way. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate everybody hanging out today. It was good to see some people on YouTube and some people on Twitch. Names I know, names I don't know. Appreciate all the company and the conversations. I see that for me, again, good old Kick has been completely pointless to multi-stream to. Really don't know why I bother sometimes. But we'll see. I feel like at some point we'll crack that egg and get some traction there. But again, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. And I'll be back at it again. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but at least one day this weekend I'll be on for a while. I'm going to try and do Tuesdays and Thursdays on the regular for a while, and then we'll fill in other times depending on how things are going. And at some point here, I'm going to have to break down and have a Star Citizen stream and see where we're at with all of that. But I am still enjoying my Dune. All right, y'all, stay safe and stay healthy, because being sick sucks. And I will see y'all around the verse. Again, all the love for y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. The conversations and the company was definitely appreciated. So stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see y'all around the verse.